Hello, YouTube. It's Monday. Wow, it's a loud ass truck. Monday, November 22nd, 11:09 a.m. And kind of having trouble coping today. I'm having a lot of trouble with my eyes, just watering and not focusing. Without going into much details, I had an issue with bed bugs at a friend's place late Saturday night, and wow. I had issues with bed bugs in my own place several years ago, and it was awful, absolutely awful. It was very difficult to eradicate them. And so, when I realized that I found myself itching and I wasn't thinking too much about it, and then it was, at one point I felt something crawling on me and I grabbed it and squished it, and out of kind of instinct, since I've kind of been through the bed bug thing before, I brought it up to my nose, and bed bugs have a very extremely distinctive smell when you squish them, and knew exactly what it was. And I just immediately, she was all knocked the hell out, but I just immediately went into her bathroom and completely just looked myself over from head to toe just to make sure I didn't have any on me, and unfortunately all my clothes were placed a good distance away from the bed, and there was no carpet there. So I've noticed that, generally speaking, bed bugs don't like to travel across tile floors. So I still carried them into the bathroom and looked them over really, really close in the bright light, just to make sure that I wasn't taking any unwanted pests home with me. And then the one thing that I noticed immediately is like my left eye was hurting, and I noticed that my left eye was just massively swollen up and red, and all I could think is one of those little fuckers got into my eye and actually it bit me in my eye. I'm still having an issue with my eye. I'm assuming it's like I don't know if allergic reaction is the right term. God, I hate the way these fools block this walkway. This is insane. Like, come on, Georgia plates. Where do you think that's an appropriate way to park your car? It really bothers me that the city isn't doing anything about this Costco. And I'm a customer of this Costco. I do get gas here at this Costco. At least I did when I still had a car. And as a general rule, if it was just busy, I came back later. Get gas somewhere else. But yeah, here we've got vehicles just... This guy in a white vehicle blocking traffic, so the guy going straight down Oak can't even go straight down Oak. I think I'm gonna go interview her. That sounds fun. Hey, do you understand you're illegally blocking traffic right now and you're stopping those people from driving straight through?
They're turning into the gas.
But it doesn't change the fact that you turned in a way that is illegally blocking traffic. It's okay. Everything's okay in her mind because she's going where she wants to go. And that's the problem with Americans these days. They're just selfish as fuck. And I guess she wasn't blocking through traffic. These people were trying to turn right into her as well. This is insane. I really wish the police would do something about this. Absolutely insane. There should be no traffic on a side street like that. That entrance should be closed. This is a residential street. Oh, fucking A. Anyway, back. guy in the white vehicle was going straight. Absolutely ridiculous. I had half a mind to make a call to the non-emergency line at Phoenix PD and ask them why they don't have somebody directing traffic right here, or doing something about it, because it's just fucking ridiculous. Oh, anyway, where was I? Bad eye, left eye, swollen. Yeah, it's still kind of oozing, and I didn't really look at it that close in the mirror before heading out today, but I can just tell it's still not how it should be. And it's making it difficult to see. Anyway, as a result of that, I didn't even leave my bed yesterday. So Sunday may as well not even happen. Not that I had anything to do Sunday or any goals for Sunday. So just laying in bed, saving money by not going anywhere and not eating was probably my best maneuver. So, God, what's going on with stuff aside from freaky morning waking up next to bed bugs? Oh, gosh. I got my EBT card. I still haven't been able to make use of it. I can't see it. It didn't come with a what do you call it? You have to set a PIN number on it. It doesn't come with a preset PIN. And there's two ways of doing it. You can do it either via a website or via a phone number with an automated system on it. So I first, and then this was a few days ago I did this. I first tried the website, which of course if you've never used the website before, which I haven't, you've got to create a profile and sign up for it, which I did. And I tried on 5-6 different occurrences to do it, and after I fill out all my information to set it up and I click go, it just says waiting for response or something like that, and then there's just a little circle that spins and spins and spins and spins and spins, and that's all the farther the website ever gets, ever. So after a few times of trying that, see if this guy's going to cut me off. There's a line there, that's where you're supposed to stop. Thank you. So I called the phone number and got to this automation, and it started by asking for the card number and asking for my birth date, and then it asked for a case number. I don't know what the hell the case number is. It's not on the card. And unfortunately, I do have. Oh, son of a bitch. You know what? Fuck it. Never mind. Just realizing I was going to carry that paperwork with me. So anyway, I'm on my way down to the benefit specialist at the mental health clinic to see if they can help me with this. But I forgot to bring my paperwork, and I don't have any hands free to carry that shit anyway. So fuck it. I'm not walking back home. I've already come this far. But anyway, I couldn't. Like, I'm going through the paperwork, and I don't see anything that's obviously labeled as case number. Like, there's a whole lot of different numbers, but I don't know specifically which one the automation is asking for that they're calling a case number. So at this point, I asked for a representative, and the representative at first seems pretty helpful, you know. And again, they're asking for my card number again, which I'd already put in the automation, and for my birth date, which I'd already put in the automation. Seems pretty stupid that information wasn't passed on to them. But anyway, I give them all my information again, and then they ask for, and they get to the point where they ask for the case number, and I said, well, you know, that's where I got stuck with the automation. I said, there's a whole lot of different numbers on my paperwork, and I'm not sure specifically which one they're calling a case number. So anyway, I just kept going through some reading some of the different ones that are on the paperwork. And eventually I do get to one, and she's like, oh yeah, that's the correct number. Okay. And it wasn't listed as case number. It had a different caption as to what that number was on the paperwork, which I forget what that was at the moment, but it was something number, but it wasn't just simply case number. Yeah, the inconsistency in the way things are titled and identified is just, I at this point, I find it hard to believe it's not done deliberately to make this process problematic for those who are struggling and discouraging them from using the services. It just seems too. I mean, if it isn't being done deliberately, it's just straight negligence, one or the other. I mean, there's just no reason for it. So anyway, she's like, okay, yeah, that's the correct number. That lines up with what I have. I'm like, cool. So can you set my PIN then? And she's like, no, I can't do that. You have to do that on the automation. I'm like, you're kidding me. She's like, yeah, you need to hang up and call back and go through the automation. And I'm like, well, what's the point of you answering the phone if you can't solve the problem? And she's like, well, I don't know. I just, is there anything else I can help you with? And I'm like, oh, apparently you can't help me with shit, but at least I think you've helped me identify the right number. Hopefully that will work. And I went back and I called the automation, and when I got to the prompt in the automation, I put in that number that she said was the right number, and it didn't work. It said that information was valid, to try my call later, or blah, blah, blah. And I thought maybe I'd keyed it in wrong, just because I do struggle with keying stuff in because my vision isn't very good, and I've got pretty big, thick fingers, and touching things in on a touchscreen phone, the little targets of where I touch stuff is smaller than my fingertips. So sometimes I key things in wrong. But I tried it again and got the same result, that it wasn't the correct number, or it couldn't be authorized or whatever. And the shitty thing is that it doesn't, like when you're keying it in, it blocks it. Like you don't see the numbers you're keying in; they come up as asterisks, so you can't see if you're keying in the correct information or not. And it doesn't even repeat it with a voice prompt, so I can at least identify, oh, my bad, I keyed it in wrong. So it's possible I keyed it in wrong. I don't know, but I did try it twice, and 2 times it didn't work. At this point, I don't know what to do. I've got an EBT card I can't use. That's not very helpful. I'm debating between going to the DES office or going to I think I'm going to start with going to my clinic, just because the benefit specialist there seems to be a little bit more understanding and accommodating of mental health issues and things where issues with like my vision and my mental interpretation of stuff is causing me problems with making things work. But I honestly think this is just a flaw for anybody, whether they're handicapped or not. Anyway, that's what I'm planning on. The person will give me some Taco Bell. This is the one place I can still afford to